Hello, this is Jorge Herrera, and today is Tuesday. It is 11:30, and I'm showing up as usual to share with you something about my three passions, which are personal growth, the infinite banking concept, and the home-based business. Last week, I presented the compilation of the 10 principles that Og Mandino presents in his great book, the Greatest Salesman in the World. And if you visited some of my presentations in Facebook those past weeks where I presented every week something about each one of the principles, hopefully you got some value. But last week I made a resume of the 10 principles, and you can take a look at them there and review them and learn them, because they are fantastic. They are great to help us improve our relations, improve our personalities, and since the book is The Greatest Salesman, it can help us improve ourselves. But today I'm going to talk to you about my other passion, the infinite banking concept. And if you want to contact me, you can reach me at jorgeherrera.com, jorgeherrera.com, and we can talk about any of my three passions, the personal growth, the infinite banking concept, and the home-based business. But also, if you are interested in what I'm going to talk to you about today, then text the word interested to the number 832-844-5011, 832-844-5011, and we can set up a consultation and I will answer all your questions. All right. So the question is, where do you deposit your cash? And that is an important question, because depending on where you deposit your cash, you're going to have certain results. And definitely, if you deposit your cash in the infinite banking, according to the infinite banking concept, then you get much better results. And what is the infinite banking concept? Well, it is strategies used by banks, and the platform is a whole life insurance contract designed for the growth of money. So that's what the infinite banking concept is: a money depository. It's a platform to deposit your money. In the past, it has been compared to mutual funds, to investing in stocks, in Wall Street, in trading in Forex, and also real estate, cryptocurrencies, other investments. But the infinite banking concept, even though it has been compared as a great investment, it is a money depository. And for that reason, the only platform that is really that you can compare it to, in fairness, is a banking institution or some type of a money depository. Because if you compare it with mutual funds or trading in stocks or forex or real estate or cryptocurrencies, it's not a fair comparison. So let's compare it to what most people normally use, which is a banking institution. That even it could be banking online, like lately it's been an option. So some people are doing that because it is good compared to deposit in a traditional bank, on a bricks and mortar bank. But even though, if you decide to deposit on an online bank, the advantages on the infinite banking concept are many. I mean, too many to really think on that an online bank could get close to what the infinite banking is. And the platform that the infinite banking uses is a whole life insurance contract designed for the growth of money. And this platform gives you many benefits compared to a banking institution or even an online banking. What are those benefits? Let's talk about the return. Even if the online banking can give you a return of maybe 2% or 3%, well, the infinite banking gives you at least 3 to 3.5% plus dividends. The regular bank, the bricks and mortar bank, gives you about 0.5%. And also, the infinite banking gives you protection that the banks don't give you. Legal protection in most states. And gives you a death benefit. The banks don't give you that. And the death benefit itself increases the return exponentially. So that's something that you need to learn about. So without going into all the benefits, I'm going to concentrate today in the benefit of control. Because even if the infinite banking didn't have all those other benefits, the benefit of control to me is huge. Why? Because living an enjoyable life requires for us to be able to control what we do. And when we lose that control, living loses that enjoyment. And that's what happens when you are dealing with a financial institution that it is in control of the finances. And that's what you recoup, that's what you gain when you deal with your insurance company for financing. So let's talk about it. I've heard some advocates of life insurance that do not accept what the infinite banking concept sets. And it is that for most cases, you should borrow from your insurance company with your savings as the collateral. And those people say, well, it doesn't make sense. Why do you want to borrow at 5% when you can borrow at 2 or 3%? I mean, it is stupid. We should minimize the load on the loans, and we should minimize the expenses. And they are right on that. They are right. But since you lose control when you are dealing with those other financial companies, that's what, to me, still offers tremendous value to deal with your insurance company. Because with your insurance company, you are in control. Because the whole life insurance contract, the owner of the contract is the one in control. I mean, the person that decides to obtain a whole life insurance contract is in control of that contract, not the insurance company. So the only requirement for you as the owner of the insurance contract is to keep it current, is to pay enough that the contract, that the policy is kept current. That's the only requirement. Because just as an example, I am the worst example of obtaining a whole life insurance contract, because I have paid very few premiums. So I'm the worst example. So nobody should do that, and I regret having done that. But it's been my paradigm. It's been circumstances that I have let to govern my behavior. But even not paying all the premiums, which is wrong, but as long as your policy stays current, you can change things, you can improve things, and you can try to improve the screw-ups that you did, because that's how strong this concept is, that even if you screw up, you have to be very intentional to screw up for it to fail. So as long as you can keep it current, you can recover it and get it and get in working for you. And that's what it has been my situation. Whenever I find money, then I try to make up for my premiums, and that's why it still works, and it is my solid base, and I have access to money with my platform. No questions asked. I have access to money, no questions asked with my platform. So that's what is so, this concept is so strong, that if you abide by that requirement of paying your premiums, you have a very strong platform to support you. And since you're in control, let's say that you borrow from your insurance company, you can decide not to pay any interest, and that's very convenient, but it hurts the platform. You can decide to pay 2% or 3%, like you would get from some other platforms, but that hurts the performance of your insurance policy. So you should pay what the insurance company requires. Let's say that is 5%. It's more than what you would have to pay to other financial companies, possibly, but you stay in control. And I'll tell you what that control is worth. And since you are in control, you can decide to pay 8 or 10%, which is a little bit of discipline and sacrifice, but you can do that. And once you cover that 5% that your insurance company requires, the difference is increase of capital. And that increase of capital allows your policy to perform better. So that control is worth a lot. Why? Because let's say that you take that loan with that other financial company and you fall into financial difficulties and you cannot make that payment. What happens? That financial company is going to assess you a penalty and is going to report your how you pay your loans to the credit bureaus. So what happened there? Not only the performance of your of the loan that you took the loan because it was a better option because you would pay less interest. Well, now you're going to have to pay a penalty, and that might change how much interest you have to pay on the loan. And the other thing is that you would be reported to the credit bureaus. Now your credit is going to be affected because now you're going to be reported like a person that does know how to pay their debts. So that's not good. Now, let's see what that control means. That if you are paying your loan at a higher interest on your insurance, to your insurance company, and you run into financial difficulties and you cannot pay for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 6 months, it doesn't matter because the insurance company is not going to penalize you and it's not going to report the problem that you had. So what do? When you improve your financial situation, then you act as an honest banker and you assess yourself a penalty for not being able to make those payments for 1, 2, 3, or 6 months, and then you send that money to your insurance company where you penalize yourself, and that helps you to catch up to where you left. And then the performance of your policy is not going to be affected that bad. It will recover, and the performance of your policy is going to work fine. So that's why, to me, being in control is worth more than 1 or 2 points of interest. So that's how I look at it. If you don't value control the way I value it, well, maybe it's not worth it. But to me, being in control is worth a lot. So anyway, thank you. That's what I wanted to share with you in reference to that passion, the infinite banking concept. And if you want to talk about it, if you want a free consultation, text the word interested to 832-844-5011, and we set up a consultation, a free consultation, and I will answer all your questions. And if I can't, I'll get back to you with the answer. And if you want to talk to me about personal growth or talk more about the infinite banking concept and setting up a home-based business, then you can reach me at jorgeherrera.com. jorgeherrera.com. Man, and I messed up again. I didn't smile enough because I was concentrated on presenting to you the value of the infinite banking concept. So smile, be tolerant, enjoy nature, and enjoy life. That's what we came to this world. I'll see you next week. Thank you.